Hey, my name's Bill. This is my garage. Well, this is the current version of my garage. I've had many over the years, like most people have. I've been a mechanic my whole life, professionally for more than 30 years as an aircraft mechanic, before that as an amateur. I work on cars, I work on motorcycles, I work on bicycles, I work on boats, I work on just about anything. And for a long time, my friends and family have been kind of on my case saying, you know, you do all kinds of crazy stuff. You should start a YouTube page. And I didn't really want to do that, but I got to thinking about it, and it did start to pique my interest. I do a lot of unique things, and I am interested in sharing some of the stuff that I do. Now, I'm not going to make how-to videos. That's just not my style. There's plenty of that stuff out there on the internet already. What I'm probably just going to do is make some videos showing some of the projects that I'm working on. I'll talk about some of the products that I buy and use, and what I think of those things. I'll talk about maybe some tips or tricks that you can use when building engines, for instance, or modifying tools, or any of the host of other things that I get myself into. I'll certainly talk you through the process that I went through in some of my projects. But you know, I'm not going to do unboxing videos and make you watch for 5 minutes while I fumble one-handed to open up an Amazon box with some crap that you could see in a dozen other videos. That's just not what I'm going to do. But I do have a lot of interesting projects going on right now. You can't see any of them in the camera right now, but directly in front of me is my '78 Mustang. That alone should cause some controversy. It's the most hated Mustang ever until the electric one came out. Thank you for taking the heat off of my old Mustang too. But it's a '78 Mustang too, and it's got all kinds of cool things happening to it. Everything from the latest generation of Tremec transmission, the TKX, to AFR cylinder heads, 8-stack fuel injection, tubular front suspension, Hydro Boost brakes, all kinds of cool stuff happening. To my right is my 2012 Honda ST1300. For those of you into the sport touring scene, 2012 was the last year they made them for the US market. The Pan-European continued for another couple years, basically the same motorcycle. But 2012 is the last year of the US version. I've done a ton of stuff to that bike. Right now it's kind of apart. I'm going through an LED upgrade for the rear lights. Next to it is my '64 pseudo Harley. It started off life as a '64 XLH Ironhead Sportster, and it ended up in a tube frame, narrow Springer front end. It's a rigid frame, so rigid frame Springer. Pretty bouncy going down the road, but not too bad if you keep the air pressure low in the rear tire. Like the Mustang 2, the Ironhead Sportster's got a little controversy. People love to hate on it. They'll call it a chick's bike or whatever, or a little toy or a moped. But I tell you, when I take that thing out to big rides where there's thousands of Harleys everywhere, people will fall all over themselves to get close to it and take a look. They'll walk past all of the new Harleys, all of the custom baggers and custom choppers. They'll walk past all of those just to get a glimpse of that old Ironhead Sporty, and then get all weepy-eyed. It was my first bike, or my first motorcycle experience is when my uncle or dad or some other relative took me for a ride on their Ironhead Sportster, and it's got a special place in everybody's heart. So that's my other toy. My daily driver is a 2018 Taurus. I've done some interesting stuff on that. Maybe I'll show some of that. I'm not sure. But I modify everything I touch. I've got a Harbor Freight utility trailer that the only thing Harbor Freight about it is the frame. I've done so many different modifications to that, so maybe I'll do some videos and show you some of the mods I've made to that. I paddleboard, I kayak, I modified both of those as well. I fixed my own appliances. You never know what's going to go on in my garage. I even make art out of old aircraft parts. So don't really have a plan, don't really have an agenda. I'm just going to start making some videos and showing you some of the stuff that I'm into. Probably start with the engine for my Mustang because it's done. It's actually behind me on a run stand. I finished the engine, but it's not ready. The car's not ready for it yet. But I wanted to break it in, so I built a run stand so I could start it up, break in the cam, tune it in, dial it in, so it'll be all set when I drop it in the car. The only thing that it lacks is the fuel injection. I don't want to make a high pressure fuel system for a run stand, so I've just got it on a carburetor here, and I'll install the fuel injection when I actually put it in the car. That's it for my opening video. Hope you stick around and like the content that you see me post here. If you do, please let me know about it. If you don't, it's a free world. You're free to make any comments you want. I just ask if you've got something constructive to say, share that with me, and hopefully I'll see it amongst other comments. So, thanks.